Next of our hymns in our Lenten series is another one of those hymns that resides outside of the Lenten section of the hymnal, but it does have a great number of themes that are part of our Lent. And let's be honest, it's one of my favorites. A mighty fortress is our God. Now, it's probably not sung very often during Lent because the tune itself, the tune that it's commonly set to, which is Ein Feste Burg, is believed to have its origins in a local drinking song. Now, while most musical historians credit Martin Luther for both the creation of the words and the tune, they have sort of attempted to distance this story from Luther. But either way, the tune is much more upbeat and majestic than anything we usually have during this somber season. So I thought it would be a fun one for us to take on. Now, speaking of Martin Luther, he is the main figure in the Protestant Reformation movement of the 16th century and the man who started what is now known as the Lutheran denomination. Luther was ordained to the priesthood in 1507, but soon after his ordination, he began to reject elements of the Roman Catholic Church. He felt not that he wanted to depart from the church, but that change needed to happen. And he wanted to get discussion going. And so, in order to inspire this, he wrote about the efficacy of indulgences in his 95 Thesis in 1517. That may be something that you know about Luther, how he went to the door of the church and nailed those 95 Theses onto the door. He stood by the work that he did. And in 1521, he was excommunicated by the Pope and condemned as an outlaw to the Holy Roman Emperor. Luther died about 25 years later in 1546, and Pope Leo X's excommunication of him was still in effect. Luther's basic teachings were about salvation not being earned by good works, but given to us freely by God's love through our redemption in Jesus Christ. And so, let us sit where we are and take a deep breath and hear the words of our hymn. A mighty fortress is our God, a bulwark never failing. Our helper, he amid the flood of mortal ills prevailing. For still our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe. His craft and power are great, and armed with cruel hate, on earth is not his equal. Did we in our own strength confide, our striving would be losing. We're not the right man on our side, the man of God's own choosing. Dost ask who that may be? Christ Jesus, it is he. Lord Sabaoth, his name. From age to age the same. And he must win the battle. And though this world with devils filled should threaten to undo us, we will not fear, for God hath willed his truth to triumph through us. The prince of darkness grim, we tremble not for him. His rage we can endure, for lo, his doom is sure. One little word shall fell him. That word, above all earthly powers, no thanks to them abideth. The Spirit and the gifts are ours through him who with us sideth. Let's goods and kindred go. This mortal life also. The body they may kill. God's truth abideth still. His kingdom is forever. And so I have for you a few questions to ponder. First off, how do you feel when you consider this battle of good and evil? Is it a concept that fits within your own beliefs? And is it an image that helps you? My second question is, do you see an image or description within these verses that supports Luther's reformative stance? And thirdly, I'm going to send you on a little bit of an adventure. Why don't you go off into YouTube, and I will put the link in the comments below. But go off and listen to the tune that is on YouTube. And then think about how this tune impacts your consideration of these themes. Do you think that the music itself enhances our ability to look at these themes in Lent, or do you think that it's a deterrent in some way? And so I'm going to leave you with all of those. And hopefully I'll see you back again tomorrow. But until then, you be sure to take care, and may God continue to show God's blessings in your life.